defending yourself. You're on your back foot, and deep down, I think you know you're hurting the sport, and I think you know that actually what you're doing is bad for the game.
Because I'll bet them everything they've got. Let's have a winner take all. Let's see if they do that. He's saying that Joshua can do that. Winner take all. Tyson will go for it, and he'll be in the dole queue. That'll be the end of him. The end of the ends, big.
Carl Froch tears into John Fury for claiming Tyson Fury would demolish Anthony Joshua within a single round. Carl Froch responds with a cutting, almost cautionary tone, brushing off John Fury's statements as reckless hype that drifts into outright disrespect. Music. He suggests that excessive confidence surrounding Tyson Fury could collapse unexpectedly, while reminding everyone that Anthony Joshua remains a tested powerhouse capable of shutting down loud predictions once the action unfolds inside the ring.
He will come out of retirement if he can do a deal to fight AJ. I think it makes massive sense. It will feed his ego a little bit. It'll be the end of an era, and I think it'd be something that I could tune in to watch. Like I said earlier, I'm not massively excited about a fight with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. If that fight never happened, I'd be like, yeah, okay. No.
John Fury delivers an extremely bold and confrontational statement, insisting that Anthony Joshua would break down rapidly and that Tyson Fury would dictate the contest without struggle. His certainty points toward a completely one-sided result, yet remarks like this often feel more like mind games than truth, especially when dealing with elite-level opponents where even the smallest error can suddenly shift the entire direction of the fight.
Easier night than Deontay Wilder, and I'll take all bets again. First round, Tyson will come back jabbing, missing, make him slip and slide, bang! Joshua fall to pieces after first right hand, because he'll know then, I can't beat this man. All them fighters know they can't beat.
Tyson Fury steps in with overwhelming belief, almost sounding untouchable, as he declares that nobody in the division can overcome him. He places himself above every rival, including Anthony Joshua, intensifying the rivalry even further. But statements like this also load pressure onto his shoulders because bold claims like these will ultimately be tested inside the ring, not proven outside.
Beat the Gypsy King. 1, I'm too big, 2, I'm too good, and 3, I've got too many styles for him. And 4, I'm an adapter. And 5, they couldn't ever beat me anyway. So there we go.
Anthony Joshua keeps everything controlled yet sharp, showing that boxing is not just something he does, but a discipline he lives through every single day. His composed mindset signals that he is staying disciplined and prepared without getting lost in noise or distractions. Compared to Tyson Fury's outspoken confidence, Joshua's mentality feels more measured, yet it still leaves a lingering question about how he will react when the defining moment finally arrives inside the ring.
It's my life, innit? It's what we do in our fight, so it's just my life. So yeah, that will happen soon as well, when he's ready. I'll go ahead.
Liam Goff draws attention to the timing surrounding the possible fight, noting that the window leading into July gives Anthony Joshua valuable space to sharpen his form and make key improvements. This pause keeps the excitement simmering while also giving both fighters the chance to remain active and mentally prepared. But as the wait stretches out, the tension doesn't fade, it deepens, with uncertainty creeping in, especially given Tyson Fury's history of unpredictability when it comes to finalizing major fight deals and sudden shifts behind the scenes.
Thinks it will be, and it will be in July, and that's a good long break. You know, it's December to July, so you know it's more than 6 months, so it's plenty of time to let AJ see how he gets on, because Eddie Hearn did say in that interview, I think it was a boxing scene, that even though he spoke with AJ, even though
Eddie Hearn makes it unmistakably clear that the one fight dominating every conversation is the collision between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. His words underline just how massive this matchup has become for the sport, almost as if the entire division now orbits around it. It also hints that behind the scenes, negotiations and attention from key figures are all locked on to making this showdown a reality, keeping fans, promoters, and insiders fully invested in one of the most highly anticipated battles in boxing history.
Fight that people have been talking about, and the only fight people want to see, and the reason that His Excellency has been engaging in those talks with Tyson Fury is to fight Anthony Joshua.
The speaker highlights the importance of Anthony Joshua displaying strong mental resilience during a challenging period. He recognizes the emotional strain Joshua has endured, yet stresses that his belief and focus remain unshaken. That level of composure is essential, especially for an elite fighter, where mental strength can be just as critical as physical skill when preparing for high-stakes bouts like a potential clash with Tyson Fury.
Hear Anthony Joshua speak with confidence and strength, saying that he has a strong mind. And that was great, because a lot of people are wondering with that tragedy, you know, how he could be doing mentally and spiritually. Of course he's sad, of course he's down, of course he needs time to grieve and all those things. but he has a
Simon Jordan digs into a deeper question about what truly pushes a fighter like Anthony Joshua to keep operating at the highest level. While his physical condition isn't really doubted, the real battle seems to be rooted in drive and mentality. He wonders whether boxing still holds the same meaning for Joshua or if his life journey has shifted that sense of purpose. This introduces a more serious layer to the conversation, raising uncertainty about whether Joshua can fully lock in and commit to another high-pressure showdown with Tyson Fury.
And so with that in mind, physically, of course, he'll overcome it. It's whether boxing provides him with an outcome that he wants to motivate himself to go back into a ring and punch.
Anthony Joshua openly targets Tyson Fury, demanding the fight and applying pressure on him to rise and validate his status. His tone carries confidence and competitiveness, making it clear he sees this as the only matchup that truly defines the heavyweight division. By pushing for this clash, Joshua isn't just pursuing legacy, he's also challenging Fury's claims of being number one, turning their rivalry into a very public battle of pride, dominance, and reputation.
Me and him fighting is that there will be one dominant figure in the heavyweight division that will have all of the belts and become undisputed. So logically it says to prove yourself as number one, I have to fight Tyson Fury, he has to fight Anthony Joshua, and it will cause for a great announcement after this whole pandemic we're facing.
Tyson Fury speaks with fierce confidence and unwavering intent, declaring he is prepared to face anyone at any moment. His words reveal a fighter convinced he has fully rediscovered his peak form and is sharper than ever before. The aggressive tone also strengthens his belief that he can overpower opponents like Anthony Joshua. However, such bold declarations raise the stakes, and fans will be watching closely to see if his performance truly lives up to the level of confidence he projects.
Fury was tipped to win due to the fact that he went 12 rounds after a long layoff, and the only weapon Deontay Wilder had, in my opinion, was a decent jab and a decent right hand. Tyson Fury's strategy was to put him on his back foot and take the play away from Deontay Wilder, as Deontay Wilder.
He points out that Tyson Fury continues to appear strong both mentally and physically, a crucial factor for a fighter at this point in his career. He recognizes Fury's lasting influence on the heavyweight division and notes that his comeback brings energy and character back into the sport. Yet, questions remain about whether Fury's conditioning and sharpness are still at their absolute best when matched against elite opponents like Anthony Joshua.
I think that mentally he's in a good place. Physically, he looked good as well. He's been working well out in Thailand, and I sort of agree with Paulie. I think that he's a massive addition to the heavyweight scene. He has been over the last 10 years, and I think it's good to have him back. We need the characters. Look, are the legs still there? We're going to find that.
Frank Warren clarifies that although Anthony Joshua is eager for the fight, the matchup hinges completely on ironing out the terms. This indicates that negotiations remain a significant obstacle, even when both camps express willingness. His remarks highlight that the bout is driven not only by ambition but also by contractual and business considerations. Until every detail is finalized, the potential clash with Tyson Fury stays uncertain, despite persistent anticipation and pressure from fans demanding the showdown.
He wants to fight, but this fight will only happen when the terms are agreed for him to fight, and as far as I understand at this moment, that's not been done. So the terms have got to be sorted out, and then I'm quite sure if that is the case, he will.
Lennox Lewis describes the potential clash between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury as a textbook battle of raw power against technical skill. He emphasizes that Joshua's main advantage lies in his knockout strength, while Fury depends on movement, ring intelligence, and adaptability under pressure. This analysis underscores why predicting the outcome is so challenging, as each fighter possesses strengths that could neutralize the other. In the tense atmosphere of a heavyweight bout, a single decisive moment can completely shift momentum. That is what makes this matchup both perilous and thrilling. It isn't simply about who is superior overall, but who executes their strategy flawlessly when it counts, which is why many experts still regard it as a genuine 50-50 contest.
One person that, they've got good boxing ability, and the other person that has a good knockout punch. So it's power against skill.
Johnny Nelson offers a measured and thoughtful perspective on Anthony Joshua, blending caution with respect for his abilities. He points out that while opponents dedicate significant time to studying and identifying potential weaknesses, Joshua remains a formidable force at the elite level, capable of shifting the course of a fight with his sheer power and athleticism. Nelson acknowledges that no fighter is invincible. He references past instances where Joshua has shown vulnerability and could be stopped if an opponent finds the perfect timing or lands the right shot. Despite these considerations, Nelson still leans toward Joshua when placing him alongside Tyson Fury in hypothetical scenarios, suggesting that Joshua's combination combination of physical tools, knockout power, and explosive athletic ability might provide him with a subtle advantage. This kind of evaluation illustrates how delicately poised the rivalry truly is, where success may hinge on split-second decisions, tactical precision, and seizing fleeting moments of opportunity, rather than any absolute superiority. Nelson emphasizes that every adjustment, feint, or defensive read could swing momentum dramatically in either direction, highlighting that this potential bout would not simply be a clash of reputations or hype, but a high-level chess match within the confines of the ring. Such an approach makes the fight not only competitive but intensely unpredictable, with fans and analysts alike forced to consider multiple scenarios where either fighter could gain the upper hand depending on execution and timing.
Because Tyson Fury is a fighting man. So I know Dylan White is nightmares to everybody. You never know right now. People are thinking, yes, I know how to take that boy out. It's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Pulev took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua. Boxing-wise,
Carl Froch offers a bold and provocative perspective, arguing that Anthony Joshua might be more focused on securing a massive payday against Tyson Fury than on reclaiming his position as a world champion. He suggests that the financial incentives in boxing today can sometimes outweigh legacy-driven goals, and that career decisions are often influenced as much by money and exposure as by titles and personal ambition. While this take may spark debate and divide opinions among fans, it captures a widely discussed reality in modern boxing, where blockbuster fights generate immense revenue and global attention. Froch's remarks also raise deeper questions about Joshua's motivation. Is he primarily chasing championship glory, or is he strategically targeting high-profile events that maximize both fame and financial gain? Either way, it frames the potential Fury clash in a more complex light, showing that it's not just a test of skill and competitiveness, but also a calculated move in the broader business landscape of the sport. The timing, stakes, and opportunities for both fighters add layers of intrigue, emphasizing that beyond the punches and strategy inside the ring, there is a high-stakes chess game being played in negotiations, planning, and career management. Froch's commentary reminds fans that big fights are rarely just about sport. They intertwine legacy, timing, money, and strategic positioning, making the Joshua versus Fury scenario compelling on multiple levels, both inside and outside the ropes.
Tyson Fury's mouth drags it back into the gutter at times, but I also think that some of his achievements have been quite remarkable. And he's come back and won fights and achieved things at times that I didn't think he could. Anthony Joshua on the whole is...
The stakes in a potential showdown between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury extend far beyond the typical hype of another heavyweight bout. This fight isn't simply about who lands the hardest punch or who can withstand more punishment. It's about legacy, pride, and establishing once and for all who truly dominates the division. For Joshua, a victory would be more than just a win. It would silence years of critics who have questioned his resilience, his ability to perform under pressure, and his place among the elite. It would reaffirm his status as one of the most powerful and complete heavyweights of his generation, restoring momentum and confidence to a career that has seen both triumph and scrutiny. On the other hand, a triumph for Tyson Fury would solidify his claim as the most well-rounded and versatile heavyweight of this era, reinforcing the confidence, swagger, and psychological edge he has consistently projected in public. Both fighters also bring very distinct mental approaches to the ring, which adds another layer of intrigue to the matchup. Joshua's energy is controlled, disciplined, and measured, reflecting a methodical mindset that focuses on preparation, strategy, and composure under pressure. Fury, conversely, thrives on psychological warfare, using his self-belief, confidence, and unpredictability to rattle opponents, often forcing them into mistakes before a punch is even thrown. The contrast between these mental approaches, calm precision versus chaotic instinct, means that the fight is as much a battle of minds as it is of fists. So the ultimate question becomes deceptively simple: who will handle the pressure when it counts the most? Will Joshua's power, focus, and discipline prevail under the weight of expectation, or will Fury's adaptability, cunning, and sheer unpredictability tip the scales in his favor? Fans are left debating endlessly, analyzing past performances, strategies, and personalities, but the answer can only be revealed when both men